Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome into the chat, everyone. I hope you had an amazing week. I am your host, Dooney at 615, and I am back with another edition of Feed Your Addiction. So, if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so very much for joining. Hello, Mary Bishop. Happy Sunday. Welcome into the chat. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, hi Chris, howdy. Please consider doing so, especially if you check out the live every once in a while or every week and you just kind of hang out in the shadows. Happy Sunday, determined to be welcome. So, we're going to make this one quick. Happy Sunday, Florentine Quack. Welcome. Ladies, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Miss Pretty Brown Woman, Roslyn Ellis. Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I am wrapping up a week of vacay. And happy Sunday, Miss Angie. And I will say that I guess I'm okay going back to work tomorrow. Happy Sunday, Sunflower 6. But I will tell you, one of the things that I learned again this week is that my husband knows me. Peter, he knows me. Remember last week when I pulled out my Alto Alma and I said, you know what? I don't think this bag needs a strap. I'm just going to carry it by the top handle. I don't think that it's a vibe. I don't even know that I'm going to put the strap in the bag because it doesn't need it. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I did because I realized that I am not a satchel girl at all. I'm a shoulder bag, I'm a tote, I'm a hobo, but after a while, the top handle carry of a satchel just wears me down. And I know that I have some tribe sisters that are die-hard satchel lovers. And I have my fair share of satchels, including a rainbow of the Florentine large satchels. But I have to admit, there is a point in time when I'm with carrying a satchel that I do think to myself, why why did I do this to myself? I am just not a satchel girl. So today I did a quick switch into my Alto Zena. So here she is. And I initially, when I hauled this one, I thought, I don't need the strap. It's going to take away from the look. I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to use it. Oh my goodness, I am so glad that the strap doesn't detach. So it forced me to keep the strap on. Now, what I did do was I adjusted the strap, and because I don't normally adjust my straps, I it, it, it I don't know if I have other bags that have this adjustment. So the strap does attach. I think I said it doesn't detach. It does, but I put it on. But it has this infinity loop here, and it was set on, I think it was right here. And I'm only 5'5", so I felt like it was really, really long. Like the bottom of the bag was hitting at the bend of my knee. That's how long the strap was, the way that it was adjusted. But what I ended up doing was moving it to the very last one. It still is not right in my sweet spot on my hip, but I do have a leather punch, and I may consider adding one or two more holes so that I have a little bit shorter shoulder option. But I'm so glad that I did because there were several times today when I got tired of carrying by the top handles And I was so glad that I not only had the strap attached and ready to go, but that I had adjusted it before I left the house. So I know I talked a lot of smack last week about, oh, it doesn't need it, da da da. He knows me. He does. And he knows that at some point, I'm going to realize throughout the course of the day or throughout the course of the trip that I'm not a satchel girl, and I'm going to be longing for a shoulder style carry, and it worked out. So it worked out for this past week with Alma. It worked out today with Xena. So I'm glad that I had the option. Glad that there are some brands, I'm not going to call any, you can list them in the chat if you'd like, where adding a strap is an upgrade or buying a strap is an actual thing because the bag doesn't come with a strap. I am so glad that my brand of choice does not consider that to be an extra or an add-on. It is a part of, the style of the bag, and it gives the flexibility to be able to change it up, crossbody, shoulder, without the strap, and I have grown over the past week and appreciated that. And I think some of the reason that it's probably been years since I actually used one of my large satchels because traveling with it was not a good experience with me because, again, I was trying to travel without using the strap. The strap for me is a little thin, and with my carry, it is difficult for that thin strap. I love the fact that I have, collected an arsenal of additional straps to make that more comfortable. So I may reach back into my satchels and, just embrace the fact that I can be, a satchel girl for 60 minutes, 90 minutes at a time. And then after that, cut it off. Where is the strap? I don't care anything about the top handles. The only thing that I wish I could get more flexibility on is that center zip. And I really should have brought Nelly back down here and my laptop, which I haven't touched in, 11 days now. I probably should have brought that down to film before I actually have to, sign back in tomorrow. But maybe that's what I'll do after this live is to film Nelly as a computer bag because I have not forgotten that I mentioned that I would do that. All right, so we've covered Xena. I love this bag. I really hope that I don't know that it will keep the same structure in Florentine, and I don't want it in Saffiano. But I wonder if we might get this bag in maybe Belmar leather or even Florentine, because I would absolutely love a couple more of these bags. And I want the strap option to stay as it is because, again, it's an infinity adjustment because it does not detach anywhere. You just, since I figured it out. So what you do is just push the loop through, and then once you have it out, the hardware out, then you can shorten or lengthen the strap, and then once you find whichever hole you want to use, you just go back and adjust it and poke it through and then pull the loop. Let's get this one back in here. All right, and then I'm going to pull this back, and then there we have it. So that's done. All right, what do we have tonight? Okay, it was one of the first weekly carts that I did. There was a red hobo style bag that was on sale, and I mentioned it, and I hadn't seen it before, but it did kind of give me extra large Courtney vibes. It also also gave a little bit of Mackenzie vibes, and I decided that I was going to pick it up because it was in red, and it is available in red. Hold on, let me get it. Let's see here. I think I can. Make sure it didn't kill the live. Hold on. Give me a second. That way you can find it. Let's see. Okay. So I picked it up because it was red and I was curious. And here she is. So this is the Pebble Grain Large East-West Sac. East-West Sac. Not to be confused with extra large Courtney. I could only put my hands on my nylon Courtney, which I did not think was a good comparison, so I did not bring it. I didn't pull it to use. I'm hoping that I can figure out where the extra large Courtney is and then come back and do a comparison between those two. But this is extra large. Not extra large. Let me get the titles right. It is the large East-West Sac. Let me pull it again. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me double check it. I read, yes, large East-West Sac, pebbled leather in the color red. So here, let's see if it's going to, and I hope it's not backwards. Large East-West Sac. And I dropped the link to the bag on ILD. It is on sale. All right, so let's unwrap her. She does come flat, packed flat. So I'm going to stick her packaging inside. Well, I want you to see the structure. Dust cover. This is the strap that is similar to, which one of the totes? It is the strap style, that little raised puffer strap style that is on the Florentine East-West tote. So maybe this is what, the strap that we're using, Peter is using when there are directions involved, right? East-West. But I really like it because it is not thick. You see how thick the glazing is? And then that puff there in the center of the leather. It doesn't have like the equestrian loops that we like on a lot of the hobo and drawstring bags. But I think it's going to work. And I like that it's thinner here, thicker here, because that to me is the magic of a Dooney strap that holds and stays on the shoulder. And I've said on this channel a million times, I don't have a lot of shoulder real estate, right? I mean, this is like the end of my shoulder. That's it. I don't have broad shoulders. So the strap having some science to it that's going to hug my shoulder is perfect. No outside pocket on the back or the front, but even though this is a shoulder bag, it still comes with 4 feet under the bottom, and they are reinforced with those leather strips. Gold tone hardware here on the front, and do you see how gorgeous that red is, that pebble? Oh, so if you are concerned about rain, sleet, and any of the other elements known as weather, pebbled leather, all-weather leather, Saffiano, Wexford, any of the coated canvases like Monogram, the It, any of the PVC bags like the It Shoppers or the Duck Shoppers. What else would I recommend? Alto. You don't have to worry about spots. You don't have to worry about them with Florentine either. But if you are prone to dabbing, trying to dry, trying to rub away water spots, Florentine, I'm just going to tell you, is not for you. It dries perfectly fine. But if that is a concern for you, that list of leathers that I just covered, those will be ideal if you are concerned about weather. All right, zip top closure, which I love. I have a tendency that if a bag has a secure closure, whether that's a snap, a zip, a magnet, I am going to utilize it. Even on Russell. I can't say 100% of the time with medium Russell, but the majority of the time I do have at least the center zip, the center snapped. So this could be left open because it's going to sit high enough under your arm that you could leave it open. But I don't think that it's going to drape as nicely if you don't have it zipped. Or maybe it's just the fullness that I carry my bags. All right, it has a single leather zipper pull, no braid, nothing elaborate about it, but it does, of course, match all of the leather accents on the bag. Red cotton twill interior, and in the words of a military mom, it has the SDS in the interior. All right, I want to see, stuff it. Feels like it needs more. Okay, while I'm stuffing, I have a question for you in the chat. And that is, name one bag from Dooney that you think is or was a fad. I personally haven't been able to come up with any because there are so many bags and collections from the past that I wish and I am waiting for them to reappear. So whether it is quilted, whether it is retro, whether it's color in a bag, in a silhouette, in a leather, I'm just curious if you believe that Dooney has made any fad or fast fashion bags in the past. So, you know what? I do have one. There was a period in time where I feel like, and I think I've shared this a couple times on the channel, where I feel like Michael Kors may have been giving Dooney a little bit of its run for its money. And instead of Dooney sticking to its tried and true classic silhouettes and leathers, it ventured out a little bit, and there was I think I've shown it on here, a satchel, a little bit of a dome satchel, Saffiano leather, and it had both, if it wasn't Dooney, I wasn't buying it. I was not into Michael Kors, not even the accessories at that point. And it was not Dooney's best hardware. It was not its usual jewelry quality hardware. And of all of the bags in my collection, I've had issues with that one. But I feel like that was kind of a fast fashion because they didn't adhere to Dooney's heritage, and I don't ever see those bags out. And I guess part of the reason I'm asking is when I am out and about, and again, quoting military mom, right? Dooney's in the wild, which has become a thing. I see people taking pictures and posting, and we share pictures and all kinds of things within the tribe when we see a Dooney out in the wild. And if you're like me, you can spot a Dooney, 5 miles away, and know the craftsmanship of Dooney. Um, but I see bags all the time that are retro or vintage that still look amazing, that are just as relevant today as they were when they first released. And I'm just curious if you feel like Dooney has ventured down the path of any fast fashion bags or trends. I personally only have that one. I do think that Dooney is a bit ahead of its time in some areas. And I have reflected for a little while now because, I took I did some bag brand exploring. And that was out of frustration, out of Dooney's customer service at the time. Their packaging and delivery was just, it didn't feel like they were responding to it. And at the rate that some of us, I'm not saying everyone, but the rate that some of us purchase and shop Dooney, it was like there wasn't anything new because everything that they had released that I wanted, I already had, or it was already en route, and I was waiting for the next thing. And I think some of that came from that whole fast fashion with some of the other fashion houses. So I have grown over this bag brand exploration to appreciate that quality things take time. And that if I want to go off and venture and buy something else, or if I want to get accessories from someplace else, then that's fine. But I also realize that Dooney is a little bit ahead of its time. And I'll give you an example. Large pouch. I can remember one time being at work. My boss had flown in from Virginia for a week. And in her backpack, she had this large pouch in her backpack that had her essentials. She had her card case, she had her lip products, her sunglasses, like all of the essential stuff, and it was tucked down in her backpack. And I can just remember being at work, sitting at my desk, and her pulling out her pouch, and I thought, oh my God, where did she get that pouch? I need a large pouch. And I, got close enough at lunch that I was able to see the brand, which I'm not going to mention here. And I started looking. But the craftsmanship, the colors, the leathers, I just didn't see what I wanted. I saw the pouch, but I didn't see those other things that were important to me. And lo and behold, I get home and I start going through my stash. And I realized that, like, 4 years earlier, the large sister Carrington came out, and I purchased an arsenal of them, but I hadn't quite figured them out yet because Dooney was ahead of its time. We talked a couple of weeks ago, or even last week, about the pale blue color and the fact that it was available, has been available now for years, and it never caught my attention until other fashion houses started to do their version of that bag, of that color. And now I have one of my own, but it's been available for a while. So, fast fashion, I don't think that that's the space that they play in. It's more slow, timeless, classic. Can be frustrating at times if you are a retail therapy, frequent buyer. But at the end of the day, I don't think that this is a brand that plays in that space. Which is why it blows my mind that with all of this whole quiet luxury conversation going on, that I've not seen Dooney mentioned on any of the channels or any of the blogs or articles that I've read. And I think that that is a huge, huge miss for this brand. All right, so here we go with the bag semi-stuffed. And let's see how it's going to play out. All right, so it has this smile already. And look at there. Perfect. Don't have to worry about like the shoulder not passing the elbow test. Now, once I weigh it down with some more stuff, because it's just that paper in it now, I'm sure that it's going to get a little bit deeper smile, but it is absolutely perfect from a shoulder drop standpoint. Thank you, Miss Angie. All right, so another thing that this leather is really good. And even though it was folded, it's got some wrinkles here in the back. It's got some wrinkles here in the back, but that's pebbled leather. It's gonna soften. It's not like if you got like Saffiano folded. It's impossible once that leather gets broken in. But this is already really soft and squishy for pebbled. All right, so another thing that I shared back again, it was one of those earlier weekly carts. I reminded this was like an Hermes inspired toiletry case. This one is actually a Dooney and Bourke Janine East-West Crossbody or small. I'm sorry, Janine small. What is it? Small Janine Crossbody, and it came with a strap. And I simply took the strap off and used it more as like a toiletry, junk drawer, grab and go piece. And I've had this one for a while, and you can tell I probably need to clean it up just a little bit. It's got some tiger stripes and all of that in it, but I love it because it goes so well with so many of my other Dooney pieces. But you know my favorite color is red. And they had, for a short period of time, the small Janine crossbody in red. This one is in Toscana leather, which is, I would say, a nice blend between Florentine and Alto leather. But Toscana is considered a Florentine leather. It's in that Florentine family. So here is the red. So let me know in the chat if you picked this one. Ooh, if you picked it up. So here it is in the red. Here we go with the strap, which I don't need because I'm going to use it the same way. Dust cover. Other brands, toiletry bags don't come with a strap. You have to buy an insert, buy a strap, all kinds of things in order to make this work. But whether it is, I did a video where I actually packed this one and the Greta, which is the north-south, as an actual toiletry bag. I did that, oh my goodness. It's been over a year. So if you're looking for that, just do a search for Janine Crossbody, But this as a toiletry bag, I prefer this one actually as a junk drawer, as a cosmetic bag. And I prefer the north-south one as a overnight toiletry bag because I can get like the small TSA, which if it's overnight, usually I'm not on a plane, but like toothbrush, the travel size toothpaste, deodorant, like all of the lotions, all of that stuff, shower gel fits in there nice and neat. And I packed it that way. So if you're curious about it, so that you can keep your eyes on it for the next time that it pops up. Every once in a while, it will be available in the DB75. It may actually even be out there now in that. I don't remember seeing it, but it's possible. But again, I plan to use it as an accessory, but it is a small bag. It comes with the strap, key keeper, the hardware, the D-rings, zipper top closure, and it has both a zipper and a slip pocket. Perfect. Perfect. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get Xena a little closer. Actually, I should probably pack this one for Xena. Yeah. All right. So, manicure set. Maybe if I do it in the red, I'll take everything out. That way I can find my stuff later. All right, so there's the manicure set. And then what I have everything in right now, because again, I just threw, I got my lip balm, hand lotion, which I'll throw in there, lippy, breath spray, dental floss, my Smile Actives, and a brow pencil. That's all in there. Rollerball of perfume. My Flonase, because your girl has allergies that try to kill 4 seasons a year. Laneige lip. Mirror, which I think I'm going to stick back here as well. Some alcohol pads that I'm going to throw in the zipper pocket, along with soap, paper soap in the back zipper pocket. And what else do I have in here? Business card, back pocket, and another rollerball of perfume. It's soft and ready to go too. The logo plates are different. I'm okay with that. I know for some people, like mixing metals and leathers is like blasphemy. I'm not that way. So here we go. And then I could still throw in, let's just see what will fit. Let's see if I can get this smile to deepen just a little bit. Okay, all right. So, I got my junk drawer. Red Florentine. I don't know that I have a red Pebble wallet. Do I have a red Pebble wallet? I don't think I do. I may need to do an inventory. Tech case in there. My readers, I'm going to stick them in the pocket here. Keys for the house here. And then let's see what else. So pack of gum, I'm going to stick that in the back pocket. What else do we have here? I'll leave my badge for work there. Sunglasses. Hand sanitizer, Poopery, TheraWorks, all. You know what? I'm going to take the gum out, put those things in the pocket. Just throw the gum here in the bottom, let it float. Uh-oh, my tech case has gotten sideways. All right, now my glasses will sit there. All right, and then I need to find my car keys. Where are they? Let's see. So I got car keys. All right, so receipt pack for work that also has like some hand sanitizer, pill pack, and then keys in the back zipper pocket. Bam. And I still have plenty of room to throw my phone in. With plenty of room to spare. So that's everything. 2 hard-sided glass cases, sunglasses, readers. Alright, and then we've got hand sanitizer, Poopery, TheraWorks, peel pack, another junk drawer. I guess I keep a lot of junk in my bag. Keys, tech, the junk drawer that we just showed, large wallet that definitely needs to be cleaned, and gum. That's everything. I don't see my keys. And keys. With plenty of room to spare. And I'm not worried about it slipping and sliding off of my shoulder because got some weight and even created a better smile and even a more firm grip on the shoulder. So I am loving it. Now the question is whether or not I'm going to go ahead and stay in Xena because I pulled out, I think I showed these on Instagram. I've got these that I paired with Xena, and she'll go with everything this week, including the sandals. So I may put everything back in her and even swap so that I can ditch the little pouch because that was a quick switch this morning, and then save this for an upcoming week's carry. So that's it. All right, back to the fast fashion question. Do you all remember this bag? It would make sense that I would have reached for this bag today, right? Right? I'm in denim. But I didn't. So I'm curious. In the last, let's just not forget last. In 2023, I'm curious, has anyone carried a Dreamer? I need to see that. Of those of you that have the Dreamer, have you carried it Or do you just remember all the, trend and hype around it? Is there anyone still using their dreamer? Because I think that I'm going to venture down the path of parting ways with some of my bags. So, Mo, you've carried it in 2023. So, Sinise, why do you like the extra large Courtney over the East-West Sac? And I'm curious just because Courtney has a magnetic single center closure, where this one has a completely secure top. I think they're similar, comparable in dimensions, but I'm gonna dig it out because I need to do a comparison to make sure that I know which of the two I like better. Okay, so Mo has carried hers this year. Anyone else that has it, have you carried it this year? I mean, I came down and this one was out because I've been trying to, like, denim days, denim shorts, just, I have no, and let me tell you, I hunted this bag down. I tracked it down, but I don't know. Maybe I was just a leather girl. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm a Dooney girl. I'm a Dooney girl. I'm a Dooney girl. All right, so I am going to move back into Xena because she needs a little bit more arm time, as Kimberly Mize would say. She needs some arm time. And I'm going to continue to keep the Dreamer out so that I can figure out whether there is a place for that in my collection or whether I am going to part ways with her. But I think these are the only two that I need. These two will go with everything. Everything. Because y'all know these are both neutrals for me. They just are. And then I think that's it. That's it. Squishy, but it's gonna stand up once you fill her up. She's not gonna slouch and puddle because I don't like bags that puddle. And because this has a nice secure base and it has feet, it's going to stand up on its own. It's not going to topple over. I cannot believe that pre-Dooney, the number of bags that I bought that just completely had no structure and would just, a weeping, puddling mess even when they were filled with my items. But that is not the case with this one. That is the case though with my nylon extra large Courtney. The top of it will slide of that bag. The nylon extra large Courtney will puddle. But she's lightweight. She's got a great strap. She is a super casual vibe. So I think I'm okay with that one puddling. But the leather one, the Florentine one that I have, does not puddle. And this one is not going to puddle either, even though the leather is soft. It's going to stand up on its own. Yep. There she is. All right, so let me see. Let me see if I can see this without putting my glasses on. Oh, I'm sorry. And I think this was like less than $50 when I bought it. So, shout out to the weekly carts. Make sure you're checking those out because I do a deep uh, dive for deals. And I will tell you, the pebbled zip satchel was on Glitch about 2 weeks ago for $85. The large size, not the small, the regular size, not the small. And I was torn between placing my order and trying to record the video to get it out. And I decided I was going to record the video first. And by the time I got ready to upload it, the glitch was gone. So lesson learned from lesson learned. Next time I will just take advantage of the price. And of course, it has not been that price since then. And honestly, once the glitch got fixed, the bag was like $320. And from $85 or $89 to $300, I was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I just didn't feel good in, the glitch price. I needed some time to recover from, from seeing that. So, let me go back to the chat. But early, late, but scrolling deep, knowing kind of what you're looking for so that you can specifically search for those things has been the absolute best strategy. That is how I got both of these pieces. Not at the same time. These were not purchased at the same time. And this was actually purchased a couple months probably before, because this was, again, one of the first weekly cards. And this one was more recently, probably in the last 4 or 5 weeks, maybe. So, all right. So let's see. Dooney and Bourke Cabriolet Bucket Bag. Dooney and Bourke Cabriolet Bucket Bag. I don't know that I remember that one. I've got the Cabriolet and the Brookline Tote. I love that bag. It came in 2 different sizes. And it came in 2 different colorways. They did it in red and blue. It had a leather strip around the center of the bag. It had rolled handles like the medium Russell. It may actually be similar in size to medium Russell. Loved that bag and still reach for it on occasion. Let's see. Sani says that she prefers the magnetic because I use it as a work bag from time to time. East-West is snug. Okay, that makes sense. Rosalind carried Alma for 4 days in Vegas. Let's see here. Mo, I gotta do better then. I need to let it go or I need to carry it because I think I know I have the denim one and I have the chalk. And I feel like I have at least one more. And I've not carried any of them. I did try to put my stuff in it one time and it didn't hold it and I got frustrated and I went back to Dooney. That should have been my sign when I went exploring, but sometimes you have to live and learn. All right. Thank you for all the compliments on the dress. Thank you. I appreciate it. What else we've got in here? Yes, Mary Bishop. These Janines are great catch-alls. Even if you find the north-south Janine, it's structured a little bit differently. Again, I prefer that one more for travel than like a purse junk drawer. But I have it as a purse junk drawer, and it does work. I just prefer that one a little bit more bag. Let's see. So Mo got rid of her satchels. Like your Florentine, like your medium and large Florentine satchels. Did I read that right? I don't know that I read that right. my goodness. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate you all showing up. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up before you head out. Make sure that you're checking out. There were a couple of bags that, hold on, let me do this really quick. Because I didn't film a video. So let me just go back to my cart and make sure. I think it's still, yep, saved. So the nines sale is still going on right now on Dooney.com, not I Love Dooney. The sack that I showed you on ilovedooney.com. But Dooney is also having a sale. The Pebble Grain large sack is on there for $189. It is a big one. I probably should have done a comparison to that as well, because they're similar except it has an outside pocket and the strap is different. It has a DB hang tag, but it's $189. I've got that one in my cart in the color sky blue. I don't know why I was setting them on a blue kick. Then this one is new. They have it in two colors. They have it in tan and black. And it is the Belmar Drawstring 25. I thought it was going to be too small for me, but when I look at the dimensions, it looks like it's similar in size to like the Tasha drawstring bag. So I think that that one will work. And it's $159. It's new. They've had the Belmar in the Janine in the black and the tan, but there have not been any other bags in Belmar, but now they have the drawstring 25. Then they have the Palm Large Zip Tote as for $189. I actually did a community post on that one today because I was curious what your thoughts were on this Palm Tote. I love the silhouette of the bag because it is giving me all of my beloved leisure vibes. The straps are slightly different in the way that they're finished, but they're also attached in a similar way. Good shoulder drop, but I don't see as much palm as I see artichoke. I don't know. I've even gone on Google and like looked for different images of like cacti, palms, succulents, and it doesn't matter how many I still see artichoke. I like artichokes, but I've never thought about artichokes on a bag. So I'm not really sure. Listen, I want it because I know the silhouette will work for me. I just don't know that I will reach for this pattern the way I reach for Montego Siesta because I actually see the palm in those. It does have like a dark charcoal background, so those that have the monogram in the charcoal, that's going to be the background on this, so not completely black to make it stark or harsh, but almost like it's like the barbecue coals before they go completely gray, if that makes any sense. I love the colors in it. I just don't see a palm. That's it. For those that are wondering what I'm talking about. That's the bag here. Okay. What else is in my cart? But it's on sale right now. And I think between the sale and the fact that I know that the bag silhouette will work, I'm being pulled, and that's the reason it's sitting in my cart. They also have the Pebble Grain double zip wristlet in taupe. I think I already have it, but I'm not sure. But it's on pre-order, expected to ship next month. So I've got it in my cart just to make sure that I go and check my stash to make sure that I actually do have it. They also have the Pebble Grain large sack in taupe. I think I picked that one up a while back as well. I really wanted an oyster, but it's not a thing today. I've got the Hydrangea Monogram Nelly tote in my cart as a reminder that I need to do pack it as, or film it as a work bag to see how it works, because I'm just giving up on the center zip. What I have. I will make that work, but this will be more of a work tote. And then I also have the red Florentine Flynn in my Dooney.com cart, because I'm pretty sure that Candy Crusher and Val talked me into giving Flynn another try, and I was resistant until it came up in red Florentine. So I'm about 90% sure that I bought it. I just don't know where it is right now. So I'm not pulling the trigger, but I did put it in my cart to hold it. Nelly is in my cart as a reminder to film it as a work bag. The Pebble Grain Large Sac in Tote is in my cart as a reminder to go see if I purchased the Tote color, because I know where all of those are. The Pebble Grain Double Zip Wristlet in my cart to make sure, again, in my Double Zip Wristlet stash, that I have the color Tote. The Palm Large Zip Tote is in here because of the price. I just don't know that I will reach for it. I don't even know what I will wear with this tote. And I don't typically take bags this size, like tropical destination vacations. So I don't know that I would even use it on like my next cruise, or I don't know. But $189, because it's been a minute since I bought a leisure shopper, it's in there because of that. And then the Belmar Drawstring 25, the tan color, is in here. Now, here's the interesting thing about Belmar, in case you didn't look closely at the pictures. It is not lined in the interior. It is Montecito. What was the name? There was another Dooney collection. It was a drawstring. I didn't pick it up because I felt like it was kind of plasticky. Not like it felt like it had a super heavy coating on it. Maybe that was it, Suz. But it didn't have any organization in the interior. I think it may have came with a pocket. And I feel like that's what the interior of this bag is modeled after, because it's just kind of an open drawstring. I do like the look of the Belmar leather. I love the look of a drawstring, but it's not showing any feet under the bottom. And in the description, it is not giving any organization details. It's $159, drawstring closure. It has a 10-inch strap drop, and it is 11.5 inches tall, which I feel like is kind of north-south for a drawstring bag. It feels like they're usually around 10, and this is about 1.5 inches taller. 7 inches in the butt, which is good, and it's 10 inches long, so I feel like it's more tall and deep than it is long. And then it doesn't have any organization, and it doesn't have any feet. So I'm not sure, but it has the great equestrian strap, so maybe the strap is enough to make me, yeah, I don't know about that one. But for $159, that's what got me. That's what got me. And then the last one, again, is the Pebble Grain Large Sac, $189 in the color Sky Blue. So that's what's in my Dooney cart. And then I uploaded yesterday what's in my ILD cart. And then just shared with you what is still available on the site that I purchased a little while ago, which is the Pebble Grain East-West Sac. And separately, the Janine. Sunflower 6, yes, I do have a dot kit. I have it in nylon. I also have it in leather. And I have a toiletry kit in cabriolet, but I don't think I have docked in cabriolet. I also have gifted my nephew a dot kit, and I've picked up a couple for Christmas gifts for this year. So yes, dot kit travel for me and for others. I do really really like it, and of course it holds so much more from a travel or toiletry standpoint than the North South Janine. That one to me is only good for a weekend. Overnight, ideally, but I could get enough toiletry stuff in there that I could like leave home on a Friday, come home on a Sunday, or even a Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday, and I'd be okay with that one. But anything longer, definitely, I would go with the dot kit. Definitely go with the dot kit. Let me see what else is in here. All right, let's see. Let me get back. I don't have Concord for me. I don't have the dot kit in Concord for me, but I have gifted it. Palm nuts that grow into the palm. I could see that. I think I could see that. It still looks like an artichoke to me. And I may get the artichoke. I'm just gonna be honest about it. I may get the artichoke. It's just I haven't like Siesta Montego. You looked at it, you knew exactly the palms, right? You could see the vision. I'm on the vision for this one. And there's a part I'm really glad that they did like a smaller bag and the larger bag, because that has been my complaint for just have like the smallest, like in the botanical collection. Everything to me is really small. The palm, they did a small and a large, but now I'm struggling to see the vision for the actual seasonal print. So before the season is over. What is your go-to suitcase? Oh, I'm a Samsonite girl. Soft and hard. I'm in hard. Samsonite and Triforce. Those are my go-to luggage brands. And I guess because I travel so often, so much, I have extra or spare luggage, new luggage. I typically, unless something like really, really, really catches my eye, I buy luggage in the month of July because Samsonite has an amazing 4th of July sale. They have an amazing warranty. I've only had to use it once because their bags really do last. But I didn't have any issues. Matter of fact, it was November of last year. I had just gotten this luggage in July, moved into it. First trip that I carried this luggage was actually the trip that I got the call that my mom had passed. So very vividly remember it. And then on the way back, so bag came back to me, back to Nashville, and then the trip that I took after that, which was to Tampa for, when was that? Labor Day last year. When I got to that airport, one of the wheels was damaged. And when I was in Nashville, I took it into Opry Mills. I called. They said, yep, we'll ship it. It's still under warranty. I took it in. They shipped it off to an amazing repair shop in my home state of South Carolina. And I dropped it off on a Saturday. My sister and I went out to Opry Mills that Saturday. I was going back home the following Friday. And that Friday when I got home, my bag was delivered. So from Saturday to Friday, Samsonite shipped it to South Carolina to their vendor. It was repaired and shipped back to me and on my porch that Friday. And I was able to move back into it and ready to go for my next trip. So amazing luggage, amazing warranty. Absolutely love Samsonite, and I love Triforce. Triforce is expensive as well, but you get what you pay for. QVC and Dillard's are the only two places that I've found Triforce, and I've purchased from both places. Samsonite, I buy directly from Samsonite, directly from their site, and I buy it in the month of July when they have their 4th of July sales. That's me with luggage. And I buy something luggage related or a new set of luggage every single year. Let me repeat that. Every single year for probably the last 15 years. Every single year, whether it's something travel related, because that's just how we roll, and I cannot afford to be packing, getting ready for a trip and find that a handle, won't telescope, or that a wheel is bent, or that a zipper is popped. So I have long moved away from, nothing wrong with buying luggage at Target and Walmart or TJ Maxx. I have done that before. I know what I'm looking for, but I also understand that good quality luggage, because these airlines are not they are not thinking about your bag once you drop it off. It is out of sight, out of mind for you, and it is getting abuse. So if you have not invested in quality travel pieces, then prepare to spend some time at the luggage claims counter trying to get that fixed. Dooney travel bags. Oh my goodness. Yes, I have extra large Vanessa, which is my absolute favorite Dooney travel bag. I wish they would bring that bag back in the DB75. I wish they would bring that bag in the Americana. I wish they would bring that bag back in anything, in any and everything. I absolutely love it. It is a larger piece and it holds everything. It has top straps. It has an adjustable web strap that you can do shoulder, crossbody. Absolutely love it. I have the weekender. I have the gym bags. I have the duffel. I have. I think I have 5 gym bags, 1 extra large, I think it's called extra large Vanessa. I have the weekender in cabriolet and in Florentine. I have the bowler duffel in Florentine. I consider the Newport tote as a work piece, travel piece, handbag, overnight bag. I have several of those, cabriolet and in nylon. I actually did a handbag happy hour that has, I think I pulled out all of my Dooney travel pieces, or at least one of every single one of them, and compared them to each other, as well as compared them to my Floto duffel, because I wasn't crazy about the lining in the Floto bag. So I think I already have that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else travel related that I have from Dooney. They had previously in that clear PVC They had a large and a small cosmetic case, and I used the small one for cosmetics. I used the large one as a toiletry bag for years, and it has seen its better day. I have cleaned it. The edges, some of the corners have cracked. And if I'm traveling by car, I will still pull that one out because it fixed everything perfectly. So I've got that one. What else do I have from Dooney travel related? Oh, I do have like the actual toiletry vanity case. I have a red cabriolet and I have a navy cabriolet in those. I do have the Weekender. I have the gym bag. I have the gym bag in Florentine. I also have the gym bag in Montego and Siesta. Did not get it in the Lollipop Swirl. What else am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something else. Oh, the I have the carry all. I now have my mom's cabriolet carry all, which I love. I love her more, and I wish she was here to carry it, but I have that one back. I have hers back now. What else? I think that's it. I don't have a rolling trunk from Dooney, like from back in the day. I don't have anything like that. But I think that's it. Oh, yes, sus, I have the Americano Weekender. Still need a tote for that one, but I do have the Americano Weekender. I have, is that the only printed one I have? Yeah, I think that's the only. Yes, that is the only printed one that I have. That's the only printed one I have, right? Yeah, yeah. So, I never, if I'm traveling via plane or traveling on a plane with Dooney, it is never ever checked. It always stays with me. But typically, my Dooney pieces are more car, train, boat carries. I I'm not gonna let my Dooney pieces be subjected to the abuse out of sight at the airport. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. If you do it, let me know how you keep your nerves settled, because I have not conquered that. um so yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, Florentine Quack, you will not be disappointed with Triforce. And I will say that with Samsonite, I feel like all of their pieces are good, but the the more expensive the the piece of luggage, the better the quality of the material that you're going to get. But I'm talking about hard side. Their soft sided luggage is amazing, and if you're an overpacker, it goes extremely well. My mom actually bought me a Samsonite soft sided piece before she passed. The July, she bought it in July, passed in August. So I do have that one. If you're an overpacker, soft-sided luggage is going to be your best friend. If you are not using packing cubes, regardless of whether you're a soft side, carry-on, hard-sided luggage, I would absolutely recommend packing cubes, especially compression packing cubes. Those make a huge difference, and especially packing for this time of year. There have been some trips that I actually was able to pack in just my carry-on, because if you're doing things like sundresses, they pack really easy. They're lightweight. You can get away with like 3 or 4 days even in a carry-on if you're using compression packing cubes. And I've got tons of different ones. I've got the ones from Izzy and Leah from my brown sugar box. I bought an extra set of those when those were available last year or year before. I picked up packing cubes from Amazon. I think I have some in my Amazon store. I picked them up from TJ Maxx. Is it TJ Maxx? Yeah, TJ Maxx. Be careful with make sure that you know the name, the brand, if you're picking them up from TJ Maxx, especially if you're looking for something that's going to last for a while. So that's that on those. Yes, definitely packing cubes for my undergarments, for pajamas, for tops, sundresses, even shorts. In the winter, of course I don't have. Why don't I just look around and see if I have a pair of jeans down here? There is nothing clothing article related in this room other than what I'm wearing. But there is, so to maximize my packing cube space with like bulky pants like jeans, lay them flat on a surface, the bed, with the zipper up. Take the cuff of the pant leg and take them all the way up to the waistband. Follow me? So the zipper is faced up, back pockets down. Take the hem or the cuff of the pant and pull it all the way up to the waistband and fold that flat. And then where the pant leg is folded, pull that all the way up, now fold it again in half up to the waistband, and then fold them in half. It is a small, very compact, almost retail, probably better than retail because I worked retail growing up. But you can get several pairs of pants in a packing cube when you pack pants that way small. And if it's still a little bit bulky for you, then just unfold them again, fold again half, and then fold them again. And you can get, I don't know, even with my size, I'm able to get anywhere from 4 to 6 pair of pants in a packing cube. So they work. It also helps if you know how to fold or that you can roll your clothes, because I've been rolling for a really, really long time, like tops and dresses. You can get a ton of that stuff in a packing cube, but with like bulky clothes like jeans, just knowing how to properly fold them so that they are really, really thin and flat and take up minimal space. You have to be careful though, because I'm already an overpacker, and the neater things are, the more compact, the more you can get in the bag, which also means the more weight you're going to be carrying. So I know Rosalind has asked me to do a packing video, but I don't feel like I'm good at it. I do it all the time, and I have a system that works for me, but I don't know that it's like, I'm not like because I'm not a YouTube packer. I'm a everyday for real. I got to get my stuff together and get to the airport because I got to get to work this week packer. That's how I get my stuff done. And there are certain things that I just don't leave home without. And I'm going to always have 2 toiletry bags. I'm going to have a true toiletry bag, and then I'm going to have a skincare bag. It's going to have all of the things that I would use at home. I'm going to have a sheet mask. I'm going to have retinol and all of the stuff, because, again, I need to make sure that I have what I need when I'm not at home. And I don't want my face to look great when I'm at home, and then I'm completely broken out, hyperpigmentation, and dry and flaky when I'm away from home, because that would end up being the majority of the time that I'm away. It just would suffer. So again, I figured out what works for me. Other questions? How did we turn to travel? How did I get on that? I don't know. Compression bags, love them. Get a good toiletry bag. Folding. I will say that some of the best packing is when you can figure out a theme or a color so that things so that you're not like trying to take a bunch of different pairs of shoes, or you're trying to take a bunch of different bags, which is why I like red, because whatever I got packed, red will work. I know for some of you that's black or it's chestnut or whatever. For me, red. Xena for this week, she's gonna roll with the punches. The other thing is I am not and my mom and I, we had an inside joke. I will not share it on here because it was just that. But so let me say it this way. There are some of my coworkers, counterparts, that over the years we have traveled, and they will it's like if I travel with them this week, I know what they're gonna wear, and if we're traveling together next week, I know what they're gonna wear because it's what they wore last week. I also have some folks that I travel with that the pants that they wore on Monday are probably going to be the same pants on Thursday, or that they may travel home in on Friday. And unless it's maybe a jacket or sweater, if I'm going to be sitting in meetings and it's going to be chilly, other than that, I'm not a repeater. So I have to be able to pack small because I'm packing for every single day. And I also have a tendency to pack or change clothes for like downtime or casual time in the evenings, whether I'm going to the mall or to the beach, or maybe, we're having something afterwards, whatever. But I if I'm going to be gone for 5 days, I'm probably packing for 7 or 8 days, because you never know what's going to happen. And I likely have 1 or 2 options for the evenings. And then the only thing that I'm going to repeat is if I'm working out, whatever workout clothes, they're going to be hot, funky, sweaty all week long. And they will go in my laundry bag so that they don't, they will stay out so that they can dry in the room. And then I'll put them same funky clothes back on, because that's the point. And then at the end of the week, they'll just go in my laundry bag and everything comes home and gets washed. That's the only thing I'm not packing multiples of, because usually I don't have a whole lot of time to do it. So, what else? You're welcome, Miss Pretty Brown Woman. Yeah, it is. So, Rosalind, I have had those situations where the interior organization in a bag does not work for me, because all luggage is not created the same. And I'm not talking about just the materials, that the bag, the wheels, the handle, the release. I'm not talking about the components. I'm talking about the interior of the luggage, because you have some bags that have extra pockets and a flap that actually will secure and hold everything in place. Then you have some bags that have like the little clips to look like to create the X on the side to hold your things in place. There are some, which is what I'm using now. It's great in the winter. In the summertime, not so much. But it has like a little, it's almost like like the Dooney class that's on Suzz's brand, the the ecru brand, but it has two pieces that actually fit into each other as opposed to looping. Wintertime, no problem because you got good packing cubes and sweaters and things stay in place. Summertime, smaller packing cubes, or you got like sandals or sneakers and stuff that won't necessarily stay in place. And I've opened and everything falls from underneath that band, that elastic, whatever. There are some that have that zipper that holds everything on the whatever side you put it on, right? But then it doesn't have any pockets, so you lose the ability to organize some of your smaller things, or throwing in, like, I don't know, cables or extra toiletries or shower shoes or whatever. So you, whenever, don't just look at price when you're shopping for luggage. Think about the actual organization. Um, Samsonite has a set now that has the front hard sided that actually opens, so like it has a pocket. That's great if you're traveling with a laptop that or iPad that you access going to keep. I love the look of that, but it's not going to work for me for the bulk of my travel. And then there are some that have like the battery packs in them. Great for international travel, great for cross country travel, but for most of the flights that I take, I'm on and off the plane in 3 hours or less. So I've found that my solar powered battery pack is best for me. Delta, I can always plug my phone in. For the most part, I can plug my phone in, and then if not, I just pull out my solar powered battery pack and can charge easy. I keep it in my backpack or in my purse, and I always have. Matter of fact, I used it last night because I didn't want to tether myself to the wall to actually charge my phone. So I just pulled out my solar powered battery pack, got it from Amazon. It will charge. It has two ports on it. It will do an iPhone on one side, and then it has the USB-C on the other side, so I can do work phone, personal phone, solar powered, easy, easy, easy. That's with me all the time. So that one works. So this one has gone on forever, and we're not talking about bags. I guess we are talking about bags. We're just talking about different kinds of bags. Triforce, Samsonite, those are my go-to. So I will leave it at that. Thank you so very much for watching. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please do so before you head out. I hope you all have an amazing week. I will try to get another weekly card once I see what the promotion is for this week, to make sure that you don't miss out on some of what I consider to be the absolute best deals. Thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care, everyone.